Hello and welcome back to Buckle Up. I'm Harry King and this is the brand new Skoda Enyaq. I'm here today in the void and we're going to see what changes have been made. So the first thing that stands out is this is Skoda's new modern solid design language that they first showed off on the Elroq. They've now brought it over to its bigger sibling, the Enyaq. You get at the front a lighting element all around the top. This replaces the grille, which obviously isn't necessary on an EV. The lighting is not on every trim. It's an option or standard on the higher trims. And then you get this new lower grille element with kind of tightly spaced vertical slats to give extra presence to the front of the vehicle. In general, the front has been kind of smoothed over, so actually this now enjoys an even better CD factor than before in both the SUV and the coupe, and I think it looks brilliantly imposing sat here in the studio right now. Also, this colour is brand new. This is a metallic olive green. It looks fantastic here in the metal, a really nice kind of sparkly flake to it. Moving down the side, you get this new lower element in dark chrome. You do get a bit of it on the front as well, but I really wanted to wait to the side to highlight it, and I really like how it kicks up towards the back. Puts me in mind actually of the IONIQ 6, which is another fantastically styled car. The wheels, these are 21s. They go as small as 19, but these are kind of the big boys of the range. And then obviously you also get higher bright work. If you go up to sport line, this obviously gets blacked out and this lower element becomes body colored. So a lot more kind of personalization to the outside of the car now. This element though appears to be black no matter what happens. Also, you get an optional sunroof here on the SUV, or if you go for the coupe, it's a standard option, though of course you can't buy a coupe until you're already at the mid-trim level. Speaking of the roof though, let's see how it looks around the back. So on the roof, you get a lovely sort of aero streamliner style spoiler. That's going to help with your aerodynamics, just really gently brings the roof line down. Skoda written out in large letters. You've got your powertrain down here. This is currently top of the range. I'm not sure if there's a VRS coming or not, but this is the 85X, which means all-wheel drive. If I open up the boot, because that kind of is the main thing, just while this is opening, we'll take time to appreciate the lovely continuation of this dark chrome trim. 585 litres in the SUV, 570 in the coupe. Not class leading, but very, very close to the top, and also really well thought out and practical. So you've got a false floor, space for cables under here if you'd like them. You've got this lovely accessory bag in this one, with more space for cables, and that does just go lovely there by the wheel arch. I can also drop the rear seat with the pull of a handle, which is very handy. And if I want to, I can line up this false floor so that it completely kind of has a continuous load space. You also get the usual things like a 12-volt socket, and of course my favourite, up here there is an ice scraper inside the boot lid, which at this time of year is very, very handy indeed. And this is actually made from recycled materials as well, so it's eco-friendly as well as good for clearing your windscreen. There are loads of simply clever touches in the Skoda, some more in the back seats as well, but I think I'll hop into the front seats now and show you the updates to the interior. Now, in terms of interior updates, it's kind of a mix of, they've done a lot, but also a little at the same time. First thing is Skoda written out on the steering wheel to give a more premium approach to the brand in general. You want to kind of shout about the fact you're driving a Skoda. Also, you may have noticed this lovely, lovely interior trim. There are 6 different kind of interior individualization options. The standard one being referred to as a loft. Then there is lounge, lodge, which you may have seen on the video Rob did on the new Skoda Elroq. 2 suites in kind of black and cognac, and then sport line, which is obviously your sportiest interior. I've got to say though, the lounge one in here, I absolutely love it. So it's micro suede. It's kind of a light grey green with green piping in a green car. I like green as a colour, so for me this is an excellent specification. You've also got this brilliantly contrasting material around the tops of the doors and the dashboard, around the air vents. Very, very premium in here. Now, obviously, all of this stuff is kind of recognizable from the pre-facelift. You've got your clever cup holders that move side to side. You've got a wireless charger hidden down here where your phone won't fly out while you accelerate, and just so much practicality. So if I open this up, you have not one, but two dividers inside your massive center console storage area. You also have a little kind of bungee strap in there to further sort things out. And it's that kind of Skoda useful approach that people really, really like. You've also got a huge storage space here in the center console, and you've got a really good sized glove box, although of course I will need to see if a fuse box interferes with that when the steering wheel has been put on the correct side of the car. Infotainment is the VAG system that we know very well. Absolutely humongous center screen and also a digital driver's display. And obviously most functions are through the screen. You do have a row of shortcut buttons down here, including a climate shortcut button and a drive mode shortcut button, which is really good, and a shortcut to take you to your assist menu. Also, your climate controls are on the bottom of the screen here all the time, so you're not having to go through sub-menus to turn on your heated seats, for example, which is very useful, especially in an electric car where you want to use your heated seats rather than your air conditioning, because it's more efficient. Speaking about efficiency, across the board, efficiency figures have gone up ever so slightly, mostly thanks to the improved CD factor of this vehicle, which means at the top end you are looking at around 365 miles of range WLTP. That, of course, is in a coupe model. Also, speaking about the updates and figures, you're probably wondering, well, this interior is lovely throughout the range. There's a whole load more extra specification as standard. So you're probably thinking, all the prices are going to have gone up as well. Well, I have excellent news. There are some differences in prices, but the maximum difference in price is around £150 up, whereas across the board, Skoda reckon about £2,000 worth of extra spec has been added to each level of vehicle. So when you go and buy your new Skoda Enyaq, you're actually getting a much better deal than you would have got just a couple of months ago. Isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely of Skoda to do that? I think so. So all in all, this looks like a very solid proposition. I've got to say, I love the new modern solid styling on the exterior. I like the fact that they've improved the efficiency. I love all of this extra personalization. The only thing remains is to drive the car, which unfortunately we can't do yet, but we will do hopefully in the near future. Until then, thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. You'll find all the links to all our social medias down in the description. You'll also find two ways that you can support the channel. So we have channel memberships right here on YouTube, and we also have a merch store where you can buy our lovely, lovely, sweet, sweet wares. Please go and do one or all of those things, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.